Welcome back, everybody. We're back here at Ravlin Hill Archery, and we're actually going to be getting set up with a new Mathews. We're going to be opening up the new Mathews LIFT. Obviously, last year you guys watched Shane set up my Mathews V3X, and that bow was absolutely awesome. I mean, I have not one thing to say negative about that bow. In fact, you guys can watch some of the videos from this year using it. It was a killing machine. I sent a lot of arrows through pretty much everything I was shooting at with it, so it was awesome. But we're gonna take a step up to the Mathews LIFT, which is still in this bag right here, and we're gonna set it up with Shane.
I smoked it. I think I hard shot it. I could see the blood just really spewing out.
So we're gonna go ahead and take it out. Ravlin Hill just got in a pretty good shipment of these new lifts, and they've been, actually Shane, you already set yours up, right?
Yep. Both James and I set our shop bows up.
Man, that thing is already got a sweet look and feel to it. This is Army Green, or what color do they call this?
They call that ambush.
Ambush.
Yep. Ambush.
Wow, it's got a rubber...
Yep, that's the technology from last year's Phase 4. They just moved it up into the lifts. So,
no kidding.
Yeah, there's some vibration dampening and sound dampening inside the limbs now.
You can kind of see the comparison from the V3X. Obviously, this is all set up, but they look pretty similar, really. So what we're going to be doing today is setting up, or I'm not going to be, Shane, the expert, is going to be setting up my new lift bow. So I'm going to videotape Shane, and Shane's going to talk about the different technologies with this bow and even the accessories that we're going to be putting on it. So Shane's got all the answers. I'm just watching and learning. So thanks for watching, and at the end of this video, we'll put an incentive on here for you guys to come down to Ravlin Hill Archery Shop and possibly pick yourself up a lift bow or a V3X, or you name it, they've got it. So right here we've got the new Mathews LIFT and the Mathews V3X. We got them side by side. Obviously Shane's going to be setting up the lift, so we're going to be removing a few things from this bow that we're going to be putting on that bow, adding a few new things as well. But the first thing Shane's going to tell you about is kind of the differences between the two. When you look at them here, they really don't look too much different, but there actually is quite a bit different about them. So Shane's going to kind of walk us through here briefly as to the differences between the LIFT and the V3X.
The biggest differences with the LIFT over the V3X or even last year's Phase 4 was Mathews wanted to get a little bit lighter bow. Kind of the buzz in the industry is carbon bows, super lightweight, and so on and so forth. So Mathews, they build a 33-inch axle to axle, and they also build a 29.5-inch axle to axle. The 29.5 in the LIFT actually does come in at under 4 pounds. It's like 3.97, something like that. So that was the first thing you'll notice is when you pick the bows up, and Cliff even said it, that how much lighter that bow is. Yeah, it's a bare bow, but they are a little bit lighter. A few of the other things they did, they got a completely new cam system. This is the original switch weight cam that's on the V3X. They've gone to the switch weight. It's not 2, I think it's switch weight extreme. The SWX cams, a little bit more aggressive cam to pick up some speed. The switch weight cams, you could get them in 60, 65, 70, and 75 pound mods. Now with the SWX cams, you can go 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, and 80. So there's a lot broader range of weights you can get there. A few other things they did, they kind of took a little material out of the limb pockets here. They're trying to lighten the bow up. The other major thing is where the axle for the cam is actually mounted. It is now mounted on top of the limb, as opposed to bows before where it was mounted through the limb. Great system this way, but what this allows here is it allows this entire limb to be active as far as flexing and moving. Where the older limbs, obviously it can't flex and move where the axle pin is. So for instance, this limb is probably 7/8 of an inch of it is not, it doesn't move. So that allowed him to make a little bit shorter limb And you can also look and see the risers have a little bit different geometry to them, where the older, I say older, 2-year-old risers got a little bit more reflex into it, and the lift is a little bit more vertical. Changes how the bow holds. The whole system itself is totally different. So if you own a V3X or a Phase 4, or you've shot them in the past, my experience is this is nothing like those. A little bit different on the draw, a little bit different on the hold, a little bit different on the shot. But other than that, that's about it.
These limbs have, what's this we were talking about, Shane? The rubber.
Yeah, the RPD that came out last year with the Phase 4. So actually, instead of this being
resistance per phase
dampening. So instead of this being 2 limbs, this is actually 4 limbs. This is a limb, then it's separated by this dampening material. This is a limb. And then over here, so they were able to put some vibration dampening and noise dampening in the limb itself, which you didn't have on the V3X.
What are some of the big differences you've seen after you set your bow up, Shane? The new lift,
James and I, another gentleman that works in here, we got our bows set up, and we took our Phase 4 hunting bows with our hunting arrows, set it through the chronograph, got a speed limit or speed reading on it. When we set our lifts up with the same exact rest, everything the same, shot the same exact hunting arrow through, we were getting anywhere from 5 to 7 feet per second faster with a lift. Same poundage, same draw length. I mean, everything the same. So they did pick up some speed, and 5 to 7 feet's pretty good. I'm not 100% sure what they actually advertise it at, but I'm telling you, real world stuff. We did 5 to 7 feet, and then James and I ran multiple weights of arrows through. I was hunting at 465 grains, but we ran 444 grains through, and the same thing. The difference from the Phase 4 to the lift was that 5 to 7 feet per second range that they picked up on speed across the board. So
wow.
And still keeping the 6.5 inch brace height on the 33. The 29.5 does have a 6-inch brace height, so the 29.5 will be a little faster yet. But
one thing you notice right here, they changed that from the Mathews logo to the lift symbol there. It's kind of unique. We're gonna do the same. Everything's gonna be the same accessory-wise, other than the.
Yeah, you're upgrading to. I'm gonna do that.
The Ultra.
The Ultra Rest Integrated MX2. This is new for them this year. It just replaces the integrated rest that they had there. Still all the same functions, same high quality, top end stuff. The MX2 just gives you a little more flexibility as far as accessorizing it. You can get color dampeners now to match.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you want, and the older QADs, we put this shrink wrap on the forks to help quiet it down.
Yeah.
Well, they've done. This one's not open yet. They've already done that. It's a little bit more than shrink wrap. That was the part that could be accessorized to a different color, but they actually addressed that issue, and you can see inside here where they've got the rubber all the way up on the inside and on the outside. Yeah. So we don't no longer do you have to put that shrink wrap tubing on there to kind of quiet it down, and that stuff is.
What all colors does the lift come in?
The lift comes in, as far as solid colors, it comes in this ambush. It comes in the granite like your V3 was. It comes in black, and then the new solid color for this year is earth.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can get
comparison of.
Yeah, there's the earth one.
Yep.
As far as camos go, they have your real tree, elevated 2 from Sitka, subalpine from Sitka, one of the first lights, and I'm terrible at what name it was, and also mossy oak bottomland. And then also new for this year, they did a fade to black. So any of the solid colors, Like this is the ambush fade to black.
Yep.
Any of the solid colors you can get that way. There's that one. There's the granite. There's a granite fade to black.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
They have the earth fade to black as well.
Huh. Yeah, they're really sharp.
Yeah, we got, I think all of those are spoken for, but like you said, here in the next 7 to 10 days, we're supposed to have an order of 20 plus bows
Perfect.
showing up. So
We're going to go ahead and start setting up the new lift, and we'll, by the end of the night, we're going to let a few arrows go downrange here, and we'll see how it feels. So Shane was able to get everything we were going to use on my new lift bow here, and we have it set on the table, and Shane's going to go over each piece of it. We actually already went over this one a little bit.
yeah. That's the QAD rest, and the integrated rest. The upgrade from this year is you can look inside these forks here, and they actually have these rubber inserts in there to help quiet it down. The option also exists. They sell kits with various colors, blue, orange, white, if you want to change those colors out. So QAD rest is going on the new lift. Cliff really liked the Axcel, the 5-pin with the bridge lock, so no need to change that. Tons of adjustment in it, very fine tuning adjustment in it, real easy to get dialed in. A new sling to match the ambush color there. New quiver, low pro quiver like you used on your V3X before. This one's just going to be an ambush. The other thing that's going to be new on this bow, you were running the Flatline stabilizers before, which were the carbon rods. Now this is the bridge lock stabilizer. They actually do have within the bow itself, milled into the riser, a slot for this to slide in and out of. So once we get it put together, I'll show you how that works. The only other thing is going to be, you were shooting the Pierce Platinums last year. Great arrow, sold a bunch of those, have had real good luck with them. This year they came out with the LRT Pierce. It's a .001 straightness, so it's a little bit straighter arrow, but they also changed the insert design up here. A little bit different, a little bit stronger. Yeah, just a lot stronger. The arrow's the same, but if you like the Pierce Platinum, then the LRT and the new insert system are pretty cool. The other thing was on the LRTs, the up front here, they put a coating on there that's super slick. So if you ever had a problem pulling them out of foam targets, or you get that foam target stuck to the shaft, this actually helps out as well.
You can really notice the difference between these two arrows too, just how slick it is. Just by feeling it, you can tell that arrow is just going to slip right out of your target pretty darn easily.
Yeah, these are solid little arrows. But you said it yourself. You were really impressed with that setup
Yep.
with the Pierce Platinums. These are the same. I think we found they weigh 10 grains more with the new insert system up there. So that's why we're going to get you a whole new set of arrows, just so they're all matched in weight. You don't have some that are...
Yeah. So this arrow set up last year, I went right through every single doe I shot. I put it on this video I'm showing you right now. I put that right through the front shoulder of a big doe that was at 35 yards, and it passed right through. And then my Pennsylvania buck that I shot at 25 yards, I stuck that broadhead straight through his front shoulder right into the heart. And I have nothing but good things to say about that arrow setup.
They're pretty solid. So here we go. We'll get started now. We're going to work on the kisser first, so I don't care if this lines up or not. So
Okay.
eyes closed, or however you want to do
I'm
it.
gonna take my hat off.
We'll get that kisser put, and then it's low.
Yeah. Well, either that's low or let me do it with my eyes closed.
Yeah,
so
just do it with right now. Get your hand where you want it. I can move everything else where it needs to be. Okay, you like that kisser there?
Yeah, actually,
okay.
That's right where it should be.
Okay, they just let down and let me cinch that, and then you got that measurement right anyway.
Yeah. It needs to go lower.
Oh, it needs to go. Oh, I had it a little too high.
Yeah,
okay.
too high.
So let me do that, and now by an eighth or
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go a quarter and see where we're at.
Oh, that's needs to go a little bit lower.
Okay, go ahead and let down. And then this one I'm going to have you do with your eyes closed. Get your hand where you want it, get your kisser where you want it, and then I'll tell you when to open your eyes. I just want to be able to see your eyes to see if you're chasing it. You all comfy?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's about
So I
right.
didn't see you come up or down, so all right, go ahead and let down. I want to tie that peep in before you shoot it so that peep doesn't come forward. Shane's got the lift all set up, and now we're going to test out the differences between our arrow speed of the V3X and the lift. So the first one we're going to shoot is the V3X here. This is called a chrono, right? Yep. The Garmin Chronograph. So the V3X is 266 feet per second. So we're going to set this up here, and we're going to shoot the same arrow setup out of the new lift and see what we've got. .6. So 4 miles an hour. So we got 4 mile an hour feet per second faster than the V3X with essentially the same setup. So you're getting just quicker arrow speed out of it. Yeah, that's it. I mean, set the same poundage, same draw length, same everything on the limb. So just an extra 4 feet per second. And what did we weigh this out? 510 was this arrow? Yeah. So that's that's pretty heavy arrow doing 270 feet per second. That'll go through anything that you're going to see in this part of the cockpit. One thing that I noticed that seems to be a little bit different about shooting this bow is just how smooth it is. When you release the arrow, you really don't feel much bounce. Or I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Not a bounce, but a jar. You're in frame when you draw it? Yeah. Can you hold it full draw for a little bit? Yep. We'll show them something a little. They laid these limb pockets back. If you look at the bow now, I mean, that's from the contact point to the axle almost level. Okay. And on your phase 4, it was pretty darn close, but the axle was still slightly above the riser. Now when you go to full draw, look where these limbs have come. The limbs have come way down and below, and so actually when he releases it, that limb wants to move this way, this limb wants to move this way, and the recoil is actually coming back towards you. Yeah, they sit a little. It's a little different on the shot. I mean, it was good with the V3X and such, but that is way past parallel. Yeah, it's got a real good feel to it. I like that. Definitely a different shot on there. How's that peep looking? Good. Okay. Had to adjust it a little bit, but twist. Yeah, sure. We're gonna have that. There you go. So what we're doing now is paper tuning the new bow. Shane's got the paper set up, and what are you looking for, Shane, when you... I'm looking just to see where it's tearing, so you can see here's where the point went through, and then the fletchings are up here, so that arrow actually went through the paper a little knock high. And I'm just going to have you shoot it again to confirm that, and then if you do, I'm going to go make an adjustment. We want the point hole and the fletching right in line. What they call a bullet hole. Exactly. Coming out of the bow as straight as it can. From there. There you go. See the difference?
Yep.
There's your first one, and that was one you really hammered.
Yeah,
so you
right.
grabbed, the arrow went through like this, which usually means you grab the bow hard this way and put a lot of heel in it.
Yeah.
Kicked it that way, and then we're chasing lefts here.
That's pretty close.
That one I'm not changing the top. One of the other things with the new bows this year is Mathews actually came out with their match strings. And it's a little bit better, a little bit tighter serving, a little bit better serving. Their strings in the past, which were zebras, were great. They still have those available, but this is their new premium high-end string, and it's just called the match string.
Well, we just got the new bow shot and paper tune, and now I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it. 70 to 100 times to get it,
something like that,
somewhat broken, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna fine tune it another time to make sure everything's tuned right in. But overall, so far, super impressed with the new Mathews LIFT. Certainly smoother, quieter, faster. Of course, all three things you want in a good hunting bow. I'm extremely excited about it. One of the things that we didn't show you that's really cool is this right here can slide in and out. You want to show them, Shane, how
Let me
that...
pop that quiver off quick.
It's got that quick detach quiver too. That's really cool. It's super quiet. That was one thing that was really nice. Even on the V3X, I was able to take that quiver on and off super quiet.
On your V3X, you had an 8-inch stabilizer up front, but this time we went with a 10-inch. Gives you a little bit more leverage if you want to run it all the way out. But with this bridge lock, I think you said it best, Cliff. If you were hunting in a blind or something and didn't want all that quiver sticking out, you can actually, there's detents all along the stabilizer. You can find any one of those detents in there and end up locking the stabilizer in there. So we gave you that 10-inch because if you wanted to use it, you'd have more leverage. But if you end up not liking it, you don't have to buy a new stabilizer or anything like that. You can simply slide this thing back wherever you want. And a lot of guys do, like when they're packing it up in their bow case, they'll just loosen this screw over here, slide the stabilizer in. Yep. There it is. And then when it comes time to hunt, they run it out to whatever position that they want. So that's kind of one of the real cool things about the bridge lock stabilizer.
Yeah,
is the ability to do that. So,
and Mathews obviously has this triple stand right here that you can. What do they call that, Shane?
That's the limb legs, the EXO limb legs. So it's a new limb leg for the lift because they did change the limb pockets a little bit. The older ones that you had, like you had on your V3X, will not work on here. So. But the same limb leg design and such, but just made to fit the lift limb pockets.
Yeah, overall, absolutely awesome. I can't wait to get out and start shooting with this and practicing. And it's a sweet bow. If anybody's interested in one of these new Mathews lifts, down here at Ravlin Hill, they just got a big shipment in of them, and they're going fast. People are already picking these bows up just like I did today. Come on down. For every $300 you spend, you're going to be put into a pot and you're going to get a chance at a brand new lift. So even if you're not looking for a bow and looking for food plot seed or anything to do with the bow you already have, they have sights, stabilizers, all kinds of broadheads, releases, anything to do with hunting, they've got down here. So if you spend $300, you get your name in the pot. If you spend $600, you get your name in the pot twice. You spend $900, 3 times. So the more money you spend, the more chances you're going to have at winning your own lift. And we're going to announce that on June 1st. So we're going to do it through all of our social media. And if you win, we'll give you a call and you'll come down and pick up a brand new Mathews lift on June 1st. So anytime from now to June 1st, come down here and check things out. They have obviously not just bows, they have the crossbows as well. They have a bunch of used bows if you guys aren't looking to spend a lot of money on a bow, or even youth bows. They've really got everything you could need down here. Trail cameras, targets. It's a heck of an awesome place. So come check it out, and if you spend $300, you get your name in a hat for a new Mathews lift. So
the 33 or the 29.5.
the 33 or the 29.5, so it's a heck of a good deal. Do you have anything you want to add, Shane?
No, that's it. Yeah, come on down and get a chance at a new lift bow. That's the cool part. They're gonna, 10 days or so, the first big order will be coming in, and by the time June 1st rolls around, we should have pretty much all the bows in that we've ordered, and I'm sure we're gonna be ordering more. So yeah, any color, anything like that, yeah, come on down. It's a pretty good deal to get a crack at a brand new bow. So.
Yeah, and a lot of you guys watched me hunt out of the stump blinds this fall. So my recap on the blinds, they're absolutely awesome. You could literally heat one of those things with a candle with the insulation in there. We really enjoyed it. They've got those stump blinds out here as well. If you guys are interested in hunting and luxury like I did this year, come check them out. You can walk into them and you know, look at them from the inside and the outside. You know, Shane and Daniel and everybody down here at Ravlin Hill Archery knows everything about them. So if you have any questions, as well as getting stuff set up on your bow, that they can do that for you. So
Ravlin Hill actually bought Sinclairville Seed out. So now we've dealt with Ken for 7 or 8 years, and Ken was open to the idea. So Ravlin Hill bought the seed company out. So any of your food plot needs, we definitely have it here. Yeah, that's it. We got all the seed in, so you can see. I mean, this is what he had in stock. This week is placing the big order for corn and beans and such. So, yeah, don't think we can't handle the food plot stuff too.
yeah, they have all kinds of food plot seed, and Ken's food plot seed is seed that I've actually used in years past on my food plots, and obviously you guys know they've worked out really well for us. So. They've got it all. If you have any questions about Ravlin Hill, just put a comment in the comment section below, and I'll answer them for you. I'm going to put all their contact information. Give Daniel or Shane a call down here if you have any questions about anything specifically. But otherwise, we'll see you back in here when we tune that up here in a few weeks, and looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, everybody.